This is the base setup. So I just wanted to make I just came out to make a video of setting up the Traverse tent from GoOverlandCanada, and just decided to stop here. I'm not really leveled out or anything, but I just wanted to do a demo of setting up the tent. So yeah, this is the GoOverland for 2025. Has a few extra features that it didn't have in 2024, like a diesel heater port and a few other items. So I'm just gonna throw up at least half of it here now. I'll set up the camera. I didn't bring a tripod, so I'll have to just find a place to put you while I set up the tent. First thing to do is open the back here. Do a little unlock these things. Pop up this side of the tent. So that's basically the first half of the tent, like a wedge style. It's great if you're out on a long road trip. You just want a quick set up camp. That's it. Now I'll put up the other side. This is when you have a bit more time. See, it's pretty quick. Pull the elastic down. So that's the actual setup of the tent here now. So you can see it's that's the tent just stood up. I'll go inside. I just stored a ladder in there, so you can store your ladder and your tenting and your camping gear inside. So I'll just set that up there now. I'll just set up the awning. You have a real look at it. So we'll now go up and check out the tent from the inside. As you can see, there's plenty of room in here, lots of headroom, lots of room inside. I didn't put out one of the pegs because I'm just setting this up as a demo. Comes with a couple of shoe bags. You can put your dirty shoes in. There's also wiring here. So the wiring you can drop down, for example. I'm just going to drop the wire down here, plug it into my battery pack. Obviously this wire can come in through wherever you like. And then you can take the end of it. There's a small plug here. You can plug it in. So you can see there's a couple of jacks here. I'll just plug in the light so we can actually start seeing some things. So it has the built-in LED light. So the light is plugged in. Now we'll just go inside. Now that we have the USB plugged into the outlet upstairs, and come down here. I'd probably run this out through the port. There's a diesel port up there that I won't be using initially. So I'll run this cord out through that. It has Velcro around it, so it'll be nice and snug, tucked up out of the rain. In here now, I'm going to plug this into the 12-volt jack in the back of my ecoflow. I probably could have had this done a little bit better. Turn that port on. Then we can come up here and now you'll see that flick on the on off switch. Actually, did I turn on the right port? Maybe not. It's plugged in, that's plugged in. Not on yet. Let's try that port again. Instead of trying to reach in, I'll just use the ecoflow app. 12 volts EC. Now it's turned on. I just turned on the power outlets, I guess. Now when you come up into the tent, you'll see that this switch now has a lighter here, so you can plug in a 12 volt up here. There's also a couple of USB ports. I'll turn on the light now for a second so you can see. And there's a USB-C and a USB-A. So this light is plugged into the USB-A. And that works the LED light in here, so you have some light. Also has the ability to change colors. You can change the different modes. And then you can dim it, or you can brighten it up. Now you can see that there's lots of room in here. It's about, I believe it is 78 inches from back to front and 48 or 52 inches left to right. I'd have to check the specs themselves. But then as well, it also comes with a remote. So if you happen to want to use, like change the color of the lighting, bright white, and you can also dim and brighten those lights. So the yellow is better if you don't want flies or anything. And that's pretty much it. So other than that, the tent is ready to go. The mattress itself is quite thick. It's about 2 inches, 2.5 inches thick. It's super comfortable compared to my last tent. So my last tent, I actually had an air mattress, one of those bubble, like almost bubble wrap type of mattress where you inflate it by hand with a bag. I had to use that in order to get some kind of comfort. It was horrible sleeping in it one night on just a mattress. This one here, I'll be testing it out, see what the mattress is like. I'm still going to take my air bubble type of mattress, just in case. I don't foresee any issues. I've tried lying in here and it's been 0 issues, but you never know. And that's pretty much it. So that's it for the setup of the tent. A couple of minutes. And all the windows have screens, zippered screens and zippered covers, I guess, to keep the rain out, but also to keep the bugs out on the zippered fly. But you can open up all of them. All of them can be opened. The zipper can be opened. So it's a lot of airflow up there. But that's pretty much it. Obviously I haven't set up anything for overlanding or camping yet. I guess that'll come soon. But that's pretty much it. And speaking about the ladder, so the ladder itself Normally the ones I've had before have a sliding slot here, and you got to sort of pull it out this way, and then when you're pulling it out, sometimes you could catch your fingers on this. This one here actually has, what you can see there is these little pull tabs, so your hands sort of got to be down here to push on those. So you can see. And then they're all put back together the way they should be. The last part of the ladder, you can't squat your fingers in it. So this one here, a lot of times, I know my old ladders, I used to have this through or something, like the strap through, and it used to close down, and then I had to wedge it open to push that back through. This one here doesn't close fully on the bottom, which is an ideal setup for that. So your fingers won't get caught here. This doesn't matter, you can push it back through, and then you can just wrap the, hard to do with one hand, just wrap this back around. And it has lots of safety notices, how to use it, everything like that. So it's a fantastic ladder. The only issue I have with the ladder, and I guess it's the same issue with all the ladders, it's, you know, the pegs for your legs are flat. So they're flat if the ladder is like that. If it's on an angle, now your foot is actually on the corner of the steps going up inside. So I've seen some people have cut up pool noodles or plumbing insulation, pipe insulation. You can wrap around those to make it softer on your feet. It doesn't really bother me because I usually go up with my shoes on. I guess that might change if I start getting in muddy areas, but I usually go up and then I drop my shoes in the bag on the tent. The only other possibility is either they have slanted steps, but then how much do you slant them? Some ladders are going to be pretty vertical, some are going to be a bit out more. I know mine, because of that lip on the tent, on the Jeep here, it's actually staggered. It got to come down on more of a drastic angle, or less drastic, I guess. But it comes down on an angle because I got to avoid this lip on the side of the Jeep in order to hook onto the ladder, onto the tent, because the tent is into the center of the vehicle. The other option is they potentially could put something under, like a swivel, so the step will automatically swivel or fall whichever way the ladder is, like one of those triangle type of connectors, and it can swivel back and forth. I don't know if that's dangerous or not. Maybe it's a safety thing, but right now it's just a thought, so it hasn't been thoroughly investigated. Anyway, the other thing I wanted to note is both sides of the tent do come with this elastic, so that'll keep the material inside the tent when you're closing it up. But it's nice to have this slot right here on the outside that you can just put it right in when you're not using it. So I've done that with both components. This one up here is also the same way for the top tent, the top canvas. Anyway, and GoOverlandCanada is the brand of the tent, and this tent is actually called the Traverse. So when I last checked on it, the tent itself was $36.99, I believe, on their website. You might get a better price at the end of the season if they have any left. I know they are actually going fast, and there was a lot of people waiting for them to actually arrive. So this is not a sponsored video, so I paid full price for the tent, and so just let you know, no conflict here. Anyway, flies are starting to eat me now, so I'm going to pack everything up. And again, have a great weekend. Thank you. Now I'll just show you taking down the tent. I've just added the elastic here, tuck these flaps in. here. Spread this down. Back is down and tucked. Quick check around. Yep. The front is a lot more fun. Right up. Get my key. This key is not really a security key as such. It's more of a safety key. So in case the buckles come open, they won't come off the rail. That's all this is for. When I first set up the tent, you can put your finger in there and actually move that to the side, so I didn't need the key to set up the tent. Just can't get my finger down there to close it. It's all secured, closed up. One quick walk around. Everything looks okay. Closed, closed. Doesn't hurt to take a walk around. Make sure everything is done. Anyway, that's it. Maybe I'll do a few more. There might be some outtakes. There's definitely some outtakes. When I forgot how to plug the power in. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. I'll try not to cut too much out, except for when I'm struggling with something, but I'll let you know. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. So one note on the light. So the light up top is a USB-A. So if you have any kind of device that can power a USB-A, a little small power bank, you can put that in the tent with you if you don't want to run the cable down to your power. For in my example was the ecoflow that's in the Jeep. But I also have this small ecoflow device, not sponsored, but this allows you to plug in, I can plug in a USB-A to this. So this will be this is a great light that I can turn on when I'm doing whatever. Use it as a flashlight or go into the bathroom or something in the nighttime. But it also has a USB-A output, so I can plug this in, leave this up in the tent, and just use this whenever I want. So it's a great little product, and it has a couple of hooks on it. You can hang it up, and yeah, I highly recommend this. Hey, thanks for watching. I know it was a quick overview. I'll have another video soon once we actually go camping, and I'll show you my whole setup, everything I've done. So anyway, have a great weekend.